Welcome to My Life on a GLP-1, the short podcast series where we talk about everyday life when taking these amazing medications like Mounjaro, Zepbound, and Wegovy. I'm your host, Scott Johnson, and I'm here with my co-host, Sarah.
Hey Scott, and welcome everyone. I am genuinely eager to dive into today's topic.
Today we're talking about something I find absolutely fascinating, how the GLP-1 community has basically created its own secret language to describe what we're all going through.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's like we've developed our own code words that nobody outside this experience would understand.
Right? Like, have you noticed how many of us talk about food noise? That constant mental chatter about food that just stops.
Oh, the food noise. I think that is the one term everyone now knows. But it's such a perfect way to describe it. Before GLP-1, I didn't even realize how loud my brain was about food all the time.
Exactly. It's like when you live next to a highway and don't notice the traffic noise until you go somewhere quiet and realize, oh, that's what silence sounds like.
That's such a good analogy. And then there's one bite too many. Everybody knows exactly what that means.
Oh man, that invisible line you cross where you go from perfectly satisfied to feeling awful. It's so specific to this experience.
And you can't explain it to someone who hasn't been there. Like, before GLP-1, I could eat way past full and just feel uncomfortably stuffed. Now it's this very clear biological signal.
Which brings us to another term I see all the time, texture betrayal. Sarah, have you experienced this?
Oh my god, yes. Foods I've loved my whole life suddenly feeling wrong somehow. Like chicken breast just became this weird, dry thing my mouth rejected.
It's so strange, right? For me, it was with scrambled eggs. My brain is like, we used to love this. And my mouth is like, absolutely not.
Totally. And then there's the daily ritual we all know, protein math.
Oh, the constant calculation. Okay, I had 20 grams at breakfast, 15 in my snack, so I need 55 more grams today. It becomes this ongoing background process.
Right, and everyone's tracking apps become these little protein calculators. It's like a game where the goal is hitting your protein target with minimal food volume.
And then there's my personal favorite, side effect bingo. Because we all have our own unique constellation of how our bodies respond.
Yes. Like, I got nausea and fatigue, but no GI issues, or I'm team sulfur burps, but no nausea. It's weirdly comforting to compare notes.
My personal favorite, NTAF. Never trust a fart. It's real, folks. But I think that's what's so powerful about this language we've developed. Medical terminology just doesn't capture the real lived experience.
Exactly. A doctor might say decreased appetite, but that doesn't capture what it feels like when food just stops calling to you the way it used to.
Or gastrointestinal side effects versus the very real experience of planning your life around bathroom proximity for the first few weeks.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I think this language has created such a sense of community. When someone posts about food noise and gets dozens of comments of people saying, yes, exactly, that's powerful.
It really is, because for so many of us, we spent years thinking our relationship with food was a personal failing, a lack of willpower.
Exactly.
And suddenly you take this medication and realize, oh, this is actually biological. My brain chemistry was different. It's not that I was weak or broken.
That shift from shame-based narratives to biological understanding is huge. And I think our community language reflects that it's descriptive, not judgmental.
And often pretty funny. I love how we use humor to cope with the weird stuff, like calling it the Ozempic burp symphony or joking about protein Tetris.
Yes. The humor makes it less isolating. Instead of feeling weird or broken, we're all in this together, figuring out how to fit our daily protein into tiny meals.
And I think that's what I love most about this community language. It validates experiences that might seem small or weird to outsiders, but are huge parts of our daily reality.
Totally. Like when someone posts about suddenly being grossed out by their favorite pizza, and 20 people comment with their own texture betrayal stories.
Exactly. You realize you're not crazy. This is just how these medications work for a lot of people. It's normalizing in the best way.
And it evolves too. I've noticed new terms popping up all the time as people find new ways to describe their experiences.
I just want to say to anyone listening who's part of this community, your experiences matter. The words we've created to describe them matter.
Oh, and speaking of evolving language, have you noticed how we've started talking about food amnesia? Like when you forget to eat for hours because your hunger signals just disappeared?
Absolutely. Whether you're dealing with food noise going quiet, navigating protein math, or laughing through side effect bingo, you're not alone in any of it.
Oh, yes. And we always try to normalize poop talk. We have all had that moment when you suddenly realize you're at the grocery and just gotta go. Before GLP-1, that would have been impossible for me.
Never trust a fart, Sarah. And to all of you listening, keep sharing your stories, new vocabulary, and keep building this amazing community language. You can always send us an email via my website at mylifeonglp1.com, where you can also check out the latest news stories and articles.
I think you should write an article about portion shock when you order a regular meal and suddenly realize halfway through that it looks enormous. I find myself asking for to-go boxes before I even start eating now. Now, before you all get your to-go boxes, I hope you will share some love by giving our podcast a 5-star rating wherever you stream or share with a friend. Tell us, Scott, what other parting wisdom or new terms do you have to share with us before we come to a close today?
Thanks, Sarah. And yes, portion shock is real. And I love how our community celebrates victory laps, those small wins like finishing a protein shake or cooking a real meal. When someone says, I'm having a texture betrayal day, everyone immediately knows what kind of support to offer. The rise of GLP-1 community language is not just about medications or weight loss. This is about people taking ownership of their stories. It is about authentic experiences being shared and creating understanding where medical terminology falls short. It is about building a culture of mutual support in the midst of profound change. This is one of the reasons I do this podcast and have published my book, which is available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle. I hope you will check it out. So, for today, I will say thank you, Sarah. I'm Scott Johnson, reminding you to support each other and always hoping that you love your journey. See you all next time.